The President of the Republic of Liberia, His Excellency Dr. George Manawia, along with his entourage of government officials, including Youth and Sports Minister Honorable D. Zioga Wilson, are now coming to do the handshake. This is what we call the pre-match formalities. The AFL marching band will do the Liberia national anthem. Thank you, the AFL band. Thank you. And so the president will do the kick-off. The president we take photo with the team. The president will take photo with the two teams. The two and after that he will be doing the kick out. He's the president of the Republic of Liberia. The referees are talking with the two captains, and after that, the president, His Excellency Dr. George Manan Oponwia, will do the kick out. As the referee take the center of the pitch. The only black man from Grand Crew that won the world best.
You're doing well.
And so all is now set and ready. The chairman on sports, Honorable Commander B. Wisa, is also here. On the Committee on Sports, the Speaker of the 53rd Legislature, Buffer Shimmers, Honorable Buffer Shimmers, alongside with the President, with Youth and Sports Minister D. Zoka Wasi, and Deputy Minister G. Andy Kwame. And I'm telling you, this is packed to capacity. And the referee goes, and the kick is taken. Thank you. As soon as the president, we asking that you clear the track. You can now clear the track. You can now clear the track. Please clear the track. Please clear the track. Thank you.
County for their part had to dispatch Dofa coming from a goal down. So you see, it's been an amazing run for the both teams at this stage of the competition.
First half, thank you so much. We get more and more of that as we go along with this first half commentary. Thomas Apia, very troublesome player to watch for. Fumba Sheriff also another dangerous, skillful player to watch for from the end of Grand Cru. Nimba County, we also the legs of Mark Arthur and Antonio Tukba and Isaac Dewe, players that the defense of Grand Cru County have to be very, very careful of. Dewe is on Arthur, but Nathaniel Tukba beating pass to wins a throw. Nimba very early trying to mount the pressure and get the eliminating goal.
I think that's what you do in finals like this, especially where the tension is heating up, and you have to get the early goal and probably seal it up. It brings you into the sealing position.
We see the security guard misbehaving with our camera officials, our colleagues who are doing a very professional job. I said, I told you about him. Wow.
Well, the midfielder from Muska FC, I think he tried to pace through the two central defenders, but I think he took it too early. His colleague was running alongside him. All he needed to do was take his own time. When you get in these areas, you got to be very cautious in fight because you want to get a goal.
I think he was a bit hasty. He could have gotten the first and opener of this match. Grand Cru County looking a little bit floppy in central defense very early. Fumba Sheriff sends it for his teammate. Still there. Nimba showing advantage to Grand Cru County. Grand Cru County, 2 minutes first half. And spectators riding on our commentary booth from Grand Cru's end are cheering the Southeastern boys. As a matter of fact, it's our Eastern representative gotten the third place over Lofa. That's Maryland. So let's see if they can get the second. Not too good a display from Fumba Sheriff. He dispossessed, showing advantage to Nimba County. Ernest Weah.
And you know, Julius, we get a lot of distraction here. Our main camera on the parameters of the pitch is just being bullied around by security forces. I don't know. We are the official broadcaster for this competition. These leverages should be levied to KMTV.
That's it. We just cannot go on to say more of that. I think the organizers too should send the right message to the security guards so that they can do the proper thing. The man who got the assist and that brought Grand Crew to this particular stage of the competition. Thomas Appiah putting up a chase in the first corner of this match. Thomas Appiah plays for Freeport FC, formerly of Eman FC. And Thomas Appiah prefers to be called James Derba, wearing the number 10 jersey for Grand Crew County. Let's see. The landsman says you have to reposition the ball. And Thomas sends it. Nimba County with the counter. This player putting up a chase for Nimba. Mark Menza. And it's now showing advantage. So Grand Crew County will be hoping to seal the championship 5 at peace. And this track out for Nimba County. Arthur Mark. He was heavily tackled by Rufus Kezali. Rufus Kennedy Vadis. Very relaxed, experienced central defender, the skipper for Grand Crew County. He got the first goal against Bapolu from the corner. 4 minutes. We've played 4 minutes ahead of the first half. Still anticipating more. You're watching KMTV, Liberia's #1 online television station, coming to you live and direct from the Samarkando Sports Complex in Painesville City. The grand finals of the National County Sports Meet honor the team sustaining the peace through sports. Officially organized by the Ministry of Youth and Sports and Internal Affairs and sponsored by Orange Liberia. And this particular month-long tournament bringing together members of the 15 political subdivisions of this country. Thomas Appiah sends it to Fumba Sheriff, a dangerous skillful player for Grand Crew County. Nathaniel Tuba, we appreciate all of you for following us. Robert P. Clark, our own colleague of Fidel City, also our colleague there. Across, Moses Gazu.
I think this is what it does. What they do is they drop the desert, the flank of the opposition defense, deliver the crosses, same as they did against Lofa County in the semis. Is what they're trying to do here with the likes of Thomas Appiah, who's been their danger man so far from the flank on the right hand side of the pitch. Deliver one so cleverly. I think the header was just too weak, and that could have shaken the goalkeeper of Nimba County. But it's still Grand Crew 0, Nimba 0.
Moses Gazu, Julius Compton, we like to appreciate the former national team captain William Jebu, who is watching Chancey Freeman, Roosevelt, Tawuni, and the likes of all of you who just cannot call all of the names, but we appreciate all of you for following, you watching, your comments. Thomas Appiah, the danger man, he finds Fode, Fumba Sheriff has 1 minute contend with. Fumba is still moving through. He finds Thomas Appiah. Grand Crew County.
Brilliant delivery once more from Thomas. I think Nimba will have to be very careful on the halfway, because this is the time now. They're going to break on the far side. Number 9 for Nimba, getting deep into the area, plays a long ball through. Brilliant defensive work, brilliant cover up.
Nimba County defense are getting electrifying now. They are getting onto their cheering heels, getting competitive. 2 chances. I have to mention, half not very clear, but showing some class in terms of attack. Grand Crew County, Thomas Appiah, good pairing with the legs of Fumba Sheriff. We had to see the goal scorer, the hero for Grand Crew so far, Koko Wule Nimne. 7 minutes. Grand Crew County 0, Nimba County 0. Yeah, the Samarkando Sports Complex. The tournament that brings together Liberians from across the 15 political subdivisions. Where you see that skillful play from Fumba Sheriff. And finally, connected Thomas Appiah with that diving cross. The finishing touches wasn't perfect. Nathaniel Togba doing extremely well in defense on attack. This could be trouble for Grand Crew County. 3 against 2. Brilliant skills. He's still there, struggling to connect, and he dispossessed finally.
I think the defender did so well. Kept his ground. Tried to keep it low. He tried to keep it low, and couldn't just allow the offensive player to probably get foot on it. But I think bad pitch position also happens to be one of the reasons why.
And we listened to the senior national team coach mentioning that very well. He said the pitch is actually not good. And we like to salute the D9 TV vet in District Number 9, Nimba County, Yahweh Menslon Administrative District. That's Radio Force of Yahweh D9 TV, respectively. And they relayed this particular semi-final game when Nimba County emerged to the grand finals. They are again doing the same. We like to appreciate you guys for relaying this game and making sure that Liberians in that part of the country having the opportunity to watch it and to listen to it as well. So many thanks to Radio Voice of Yahweh, there in District 9, Nimba County, Yahweh Menslon Administrative District, and D9 TV, respectively. Thank you so much for doing what you do, and I hope Nimba is following this particular broadcast. There you see some of the fans. Minutes first half action. Nimba 0, Grand Crew County 0. Maryland County won the third place over Lofa by just a goal to nil. Lofa County, Blamambala missed out on a penalty, and they'll have to go back to Wowogizi to get prepared once more for the next edition. And Mangibi County kickball team in style defeated defending champions by 3 home runs to 0. Infringement against this tracker. And we've gone 11 minutes. This is KMTV. Thomas Appiah on top of this one. Sensate. Thomas. It's very hard to contain. Mark Arthur Mark is onto it. It's Sensate for Azedewe.
That was a scissor mess there from Azedewe. The most KMC midfielder just got on top of it one time, a true ball, brilliant connection. I can say this was the closest and the nearest that Nimba County will come in this match to get in front of Grand Crew County. It's still Grand Crew 0, Nimba 0.
I think he should have used his left leg, but that's it. The first thought in the game is very important and very crucial. Reverend Hassan Conan says no foul. Communication! And this goalkeeper is out of the 18-yard box, and finally no trouble to Nimba County, 5 times champions of the National County Sports Meet. As a Delaware connection to that of MacArthur, very perfect. Just an inch, you see the Speaker of the House sandwiched in close connection to that of he's being flanked by the chief patron of sports and the VIP stands, Thomas Appiah. This player is putting up this. He's still there. Wonderful defending. Referee says foul.
And you know, my player in this match so far, I've seen him. He's calm. He's relaxed. That's the captain of Grand Crew County, Rufus Kennedy. He happens to be one of an outstanding player in this competition. He's led this team that was like an underdog coming to this competition all the way to this finals. He clinched a man of the match honor in the semifinals against Lofa because he was the man. He was the man, and I can say for sure we have a final here this evening.
Emmanuel Topo, he's been cautioned by referee Hassan Kone in the first yellow card. That was a pull. So Emmanuel Topo is into the referee's book. And Nimba County 0. Grand Crew 0. There you see that touch from Isaac Dewie. Left footed strike who have done better.
I think the defense was switch off, and Dewie, who's probably central midfield, just drove and shifted behind the midfield and saw himself behind Kennedy, who probably I think did some good work to allow Dewie to take the shot on first attempt.
A set piece at a crucial position. I see the legs of Thomas Apia and his colleague on top of that one. A rare footer struck, and this ball is actually positioned. And still Grand Crew, and it's now a goal kick. A goal kick. Nimba County 0. Maryland County 0. 50 minutes. And this is KMTV. The medics are working overtime because we've got a very huge crowd here. Grand Crew County knocking the doors to get a goal similarly to Nimba, and it's still goalless here. Grand Crew 0 and Nimba County 0. Isaac Dewie, creative midfielder, finds his teammate and dispossessed in a brilliant clearance. Nimba County still on to it, and the referee says handball.
The assistant referee on the far side of the pitch waits for the handball against Nimba County, number 12 of Nimba. So it's going to be free kick. Nimba, by the way, were in the finals in 2012, beaten by Margibi County, having won the 2 last edition of that competition. And the last time it was Bombing County against Margibi in the finals, and Bombing were the winners. So we have another final here this evening. Grand Crew against Nimba County. Nimba, and there's the ball is giving away. There's a chance for Grand Crew County. This player slips in forward. And the shock is there, but that's a feeble one, too far away from goal. You can't be so much ambitious in that manner.
And so Thomas Apia couldn't get onto that one, but earlier on it was Koko Nimne who could have done something better, but he lost his footing.
Koko lost his foot. The long ball is there. This is Nimba County, and the save. What a save! What a darling save! Double attempt, double save from Grand Crew County. Humphrey Grabby.
Beautiful strike. First touch from Mark. That's Nathaniel Togba. In the second, I think he could have changed the strategy. But I think the goalkeeper will be credited to that particular wonderful saves. Double, as a matter of fact. So as it stands, it's goalless.
Humphrey to the rescue of Grand Crew County. The boy from the southeastern side of Liberia, who have gone down, but thanks to Humphrey Grobbe, who has come to the rescue. 2 attempts against Nathaniel Togba, and Nimba County are proving to be threats in the attack against Grand Crew County. It's still 0 apiece, 17 minutes on the clock. They've traveled from the southeastern and the northern part of Liberia to come here in front of over 35,000 people who've turned out in the stands here at the Samarkand Sports Complex. They've already split between the semifinals. Nimba had to win 1-0. There's a chance for Nimba County. Nimba, this player is there. The referee says, assistant referee signals, and I think it was a good call. That's a good call. He came tracking back from the outside position despite his ability to move forward.
But I think I saw that coming earlier, but I think the first, the second, the third time, after winning onto the ball before the last man, I think he needs to be on top of his game. Very perfect.
I think the outside rules now states that you have to have a contact with the ball, and so the assistant referee got it right, acknowledged by referee Hassan Kone, who's one of the most improved match official in Liberia at the moment. That was to the disbelief and disappointment of the traveling fans who've come from Sino. This is Grand Crew County. Brilliant defensive work. But dangerous in over here. Grand Crew now tried to dribble his way through. That's not good.
Pull one from Thomas Appiah. First thought wasn't encouraging. He could have pulled the trigger with his left leg because he heavily tackled from his right ankle. But I see the two teams now coming. We could have a goal before going for recess.
Absolutely. We actually see a lot of firepower coming in here between the two teams. Nimba knocking the door, same as Grand Jita, but Nimba has been more clearer in front of goal. Two brilliant attempts. Nathaniel Tokpa and Isaac Dewiye, the experienced man. I remember Dewiye for Rewa Sess County. He's been in this competition for quite a long time.
And so similarly, Mine Gibby and also Monserrato. So he is an experienced counted mid player and a player in general, very experienced. And he's showing that so far.
Absolutely. This is Nimba. The ball is into touch. And you must say that the national counters postmate have had 5 counters, and we've cut down to the final 2. This is the grand finals. This year we had Latex unofficially, and this is Nimba now. Nimba, brilliant defensive work. But the ball is staying in the area. Number 12 for Nimba. Dancing on top of it, chips it across. Brilliant defensive work once more for the skipper.
And so whenever you see him, the next thing you see is a brilliant defensive work from Rufus Kennedy. Very outstanding into this competition. And I think he needs to continue in that footing.
He doesn't panic. We have Peter James Butler, the coach of Liberia, in the stands at the VIP. We hope he's watching. There we touches one to Nathaniel Toga, who's chasing. Brilliant control. This is Toga trying to get away from his marker. Number 6 for Nimba, Vezeli Sumo. That's Vezeli Zuba. Vezeli is playing for Nimba. That's outstanding. Same as we had a Namwe playing for Lofa also. So you see, I think it's just about exhibiting sportsmanship. Vezeli chips it across, and the goalkeeper comes out. There's no trouble. I see the enthusiasm is burning up here. The fans are getting up to it, and the game is reflecting the atmosphere this evening.
We are seeing perhaps an element in substitution. This was the hero for Grand Crew County, the man who got a brilliant touch for Grand Crew. Toga Gofa will be introduced very shortly. Let's see what happens.
Toga Gofa, he's one person who's good in the air, he's good in the head, and is something that they have to be, something that the Nimba defense have to be enlightened about. Substitution number 18 Fumba Sheriff. This is a bad news for Grand Crew County. I think Sheriff goes out very disappointed. He's injured, so it's a full substitution. But they got a man on. The man who got the equalizer against Lofa County. That was a brilliant help. Grand Crew on the far side now. The tipping in the attacking forward of Nimba. Number 12 for Nimba County is on top of it. He turns, but it's intercepted. Johnson. Offside. Good call by the assistant referee. It's Abraham Famula. That's Abraham Famula, assistant referee number 1. He was in the semi-finals against Lofa County. Offside flag raised again on the far side by the assistant referee. Can recognize him from here, but overall, it's been a firepower in encounter so far.
And so I can say 50-50 as well. The two teams coming close to scoring and showing defensive and offensive works. Only at the curtain raiser we get something. Not a good news, as you stated earlier, for Grand Crook County, Fumba Sheriff, a very good creative player. And so they have just Thomas Apia, who is noted for driving through, and hope he can just keep the hope alive for Grand Crook County.
This is Grand Crook. Koko Wule Nimla. Nimla finds Apia. Apia chips it across. It's thwarted. Nimba over better hand. Brilliant clearance there from Pascal Harris. Nimba now. The jostling on the far side. This player getting away. This is Nimba offside. But I think Humphrey seems to be the man who's a lighter in this match. Whether he's the opposition offensive players offside, but Humphrey grab it. Always say, I'm the man here. I can't let you shake the back of my net, even if it's illegal.
He's on top of his game so far. Looking at his height, disadvantage, but he's showing some class, reflex, and I saw that save from his left leg, reminding me of the Manchester United goalkeeper, who is noted for making possible saves from his left leg or from his leg.
David Andres De Gea of Manchester United, the Spanish international. Gone 24 minutes now. It's still goalless. But Nimba are knocking at the door. Grand Jude have had some. Grand Crew has had some half chances. Ref gives an advantage, but that player goes down with pain. And Central referee has that corner, calls that player back. He goes to the book. Good decision. That's a good decision.
And that's the second yellow to Nimba County. They have to be very careful now, Moses, because we saw that against Nimba and Gbapulu. And at the end of the day, Gbapulu ended with 10 men and they were trashed out by 4 goals to 1. 2 yellow cards to them is not so encouraging into this early minute of the first half. It's still goalless.
Derek Weir comes into the starting lineup. He's into the starting lineup today after starting from the bench. This is Nimba. This could be choice for Nimba. The shot is there. Inches away from the goal, just over the crossbar. Nimba County are coming alive here gradually. That's Actor Mac, who took a beautiful left-footer one that would have given trouble to Humphrey Grobby.
He scored like that in their very first game here at the quarterfinal stage from similar position, left-footed strike, trying to repeat same. That was a good effort from him. He reminds me of former player of Nimba, McPay, and the likes of the second division most valuable player in the just ended National League, who has been very, very outstanding for Moscow FC as well. So that was a very brilliant effort from him.
I think talents are coming out in this county. Atom Mac, by the way, played for Almighty FC from Nimba County. They are in the second division, one of the qualifiers in the last national playoff.
And so seeing, and that's why the coach said earlier that to have a very wonderful, professional national team, you have to have players coming from the 15 counties, and so that because the talents are just all over. So let's see what happens if we can get the right decisions from the technical stance.
Well, Liberia are national of talents, especially younger talents. Today, the Honor 17 national team of Liberia in female beat Niger away from home 5-0. Arguably Liberia's biggest feat in international football away from home.
It reminds me of the game also Djibouti when William Jebo got the hat-trick. Similar and impressive.
That was against Guinea-Bissau.
Guinea-Bissau.
After drawing 1-0 in Monrovia, he went through in the preliminaries. This is Mark Mensah. Mensah plays on the face of goal. Oh, just behind Atomac. Mark Mensah, by the way, was in the squad for Mahibi County in 2012 when they beat Nimba County 2-0 here to lift the trophy. Nimba were going for the hat-trick.
And so the featuring few of their experienced players into this campaign. So that shows some maturity and experience in their squad so far. But historically, Muta Fofana, unlike until the current Liverpool coach broke the deadlock in terms of finals, we yet to see that from him. He has not been very successful in finals. He's the best coach for the second division in the National League. Going to the final 2 times, he did not do too well. The third time to Mangibi, and we are seeing him into the finals again with Nimba County. Let's see if he can break the deadlock.
Nimba Ato place it over the head. This is Mark Mensah. Mensah tossing his way in the 18-yard box. I think the referee should call because you can extend your legs on the head of your opposition player.
That particular extension was too very high, and it should have been a foul. But in the last minute, was just right in that position. But the ref, Hassan Kone, is still on top of his game. I think you could have done better.
Okay. This is Grand Crew, long ball in the area, but it's brought down beautifully by Topo. A Topo from Nimba. A long ball is there, headed down, looking for Toga Gofa, but Topo comes in. And Topo has had some very brilliant moves. This is Natana Toga, but it's cleared of the danger zone. It's headed over. And we've had a lot of milk coming into this encounter. That in fact, this match was already over before the whistle can go. But we see the different picture, we see the different color on the face of the pitch.
Sure, there have been some mixed views about this particular fixture, but so far, originally on the field of play, the two teams have shown some exceptional display, and without any influence, any other whatever that have been talked about. So
Coco Nimble now, he's very patient and dangerous into the 18-yard box. He has 2 of his men trying to get away, but there's so many Nimba players there. Mensah. We are saying here, my foul. Referee said play continue. I think he's giving an advantage. This is Axe. And the referee finally acknowledges a foul. The assistant referee didn't wave, but that player was offside, so the central referee calls play back. He can't take a free kick so fast when the ball is in motion. Whatever you are watching KMTV, this is Liberia Premier Sports Fiesta. We call it the Liberian Olympics, the National County Sports Meet. We feature every discipline in sports that is played by Liberians and recognized nationally. Talking about the most popular sports. This year, you can say we had at least 4 different disciplines. We have football, kickball, track and field, chess, and 4 we can say. Long clearance there from that Grand Crew counter player. And so we into the last 15 minutes of this half. Is Grand Crew 0, Nimba 0, still to go in the finals of the 2019-2020 National County Sports Meet. Okay.
Creative Minds Television, KMTV, Liberia's best #1 online television station, and we're coming to you live and direct from Painesville City, outside the nation's capital, Monrovia. It's the grand finals of the National County Sports Meet on the team sustaining the peace through sports. We'd like to acknowledge all of you following us, your comments, and the predictions, and the debates, the analysis. We are all welcomed on our platform, and that's the beauty and entertaining part of the game. A beautiful game, a game seeks to unite people from across the globe, not only Liberia as well, but from across the globe. Koko Wule Nimne, substitute Toga Gofa. We've yet to see much from them for what we saw in the quarter and semi-final stages of the competition from Grand Cru's end. More perfect attacking abilities from Nathaniel Togba, Arthur Mark, and Isaac Dewie, Thomas Apia, and for what we see is missing is Fumba Sharif. Nathaniel Togba has 1 minute to contend with. He dispossesses Thomas Apia onto it. Let's see Thomas Apia. He's been tackled there. Thomas Apia. Thomas Apia. The man was noted for the tricky assist. He didn't do too well this time around. Grand Cook County as the day we collect for Nathaniel. Clarence once more. The two central defense from the two counties are doing extremely well. We have to mention this. 34 minutes versus KMTV. The National County Sports Meet. Arguably the biggest sporting festivity across the 15 political subdivisions of this country. Grand Cook County, this player collects, controls it very well. He finds his teammate. The SKD is overcrowded. We have to say that. Jam-packed. You just cannot see a space from any angle. From left, right, and center. Nathaniel Togba putting up a chase. Let's see Nathaniel Togba. Nathaniel Togba so far has been exceptional.
He's been exceptional, but I haven't seen a lot from him instead of trying to drive through the middle of the park that's probably getting opposition area. He's been prevented a lot. And I see some, that's a fan of KMTV, yeah. I tell you, one of our brilliant fans inside the stands, all across Liberia and beyond, we are supported. So KMTV is arguably Liberia's best in online television you can ever talk about.
Nimba County looking very, very composed in defense, similarly to Grand Cru. And we are actually watching a competitive grand finals. A player of Grand Cru is down. Nimba is on the break, but very relaxed skipper. Rufus Kennedy, very relaxed. Referee Hassan Conan, a very relaxed skipper. Rufus Conan showing his class, his maturity, and Kennedy, that is Rufus Kennedy, showing his class and maturity in central defense and as a leader. Harry Wule sends it to Rufus Kennedy. Kofa Toga, Thomas Apia, Koko Wule Nimne, Koko Wule to Kofa, Toga Gofa, the trouble man for Grand Cook County, collects his teammate. Let's see. A poor one into the arms of Junior Yenye.
And you know, you can't deliver a cross when you have your teammate with 2-3 defenders. There's no possibility that they're probably going to get on top of that, especially in the goal area.
Thomas Apia, a player of Nimba, is down. He's up finally. That's Derek Weir from Nimba County. Perhaps he's from Tapeta. And so we like to salute District 9. That's D9 TV, Radio Voice of Yahweh in District 9, Yahweh Menslon Administrative District, Nimba County, relay in this game. We like to say thank you so much. That's D9 TV in District 9, Nimba County, and Radio Voice of Yahweh in District 9, Nimba County, relay in this game. And to the hundreds and thousands of citizens there in Nimba County watching their team. Brilliant effort. No trouble to goalkeeper Humphrey. He was just relaxed and right into his arms. He did not do too well with this kick, so he's throwing advantage. Yellow card to Rufus. And the third yellow now, 2 to Nimba, 1 to Grand Crew perhaps. And he says something to referee Hassan Conan. He has his reason for getting Rufus Kennedy into his book. And so there you see Liberians and some other nationals in the stands watching this game. KMTV, Moses Gazewu, Julius Condon, Randall P. Jackson, Emmanuel is Wadness Do Janine, Josiah Weah, Rufus Mombo, Anthony Kwekwe, Amos P. Kozau, Flankai. And we are all here making sure that we bring this game to you as you're watching it. And we like to appreciate you for following us as well. And please be informed also that as our motto depicts, we are everywhere. We will be at the grounds of the capital on tomorrow for the first State of the Nation address on his astute leadership as president of this republic, George Manawia, who is here, chief patron of sports, watching this game from the VIP's end. Let's see. Clarence partially clear. And Nimba County, 39 minutes. Moses Gazewu. Are we anticipating a goal into this half like we saw initially in the first 15-20 minutes?
I think the tempo has dropped a little. Rufus Kennedy again. This guy is brilliant. His pace, his ability to get back, to track back quickly, you can't overemphasize it. But this is Nimba who will be on the back foot once more. But I think that was a brilliant delivery. Because the goalkeeper was already beating.
So the predictions are coming in. Nimba 2 to 0, 2-1 prediction in favor of Nimba is just pouring in. So keep it coming, continue with the debates. It's very interesting on the far flank. Let's see Coco Wule intended for this player. Moses.
That was a daring opportunity, a daring chance for Great Crew County. What a chance, what an opportunity. All you need to do is to keep your composure and finish that one up to end the half 1-0 in your favor. But absolutely, Nimba County were slipping. The defenders need to switch on because these crosses will come gradually for Grand Crew County.
And that particular tactics was similar to what Grand Crew did to send Lofa County home from that scene area, and it was well converted. But this time around, Coco Loco, that's Loco Jones, did not do too well. Tip Killer, Coco Wule, Neiman is there. The man who sent Lofa County home. He sent it intended for Thomas Apia. Not too perfect. A Clarence, still there. Dewey, heavily tackled. And it's now Thomas Apia. A brilliant one from Apia. Back home to goalkeeper Humphrey. And an applause now from the crowd. Kennedy Rufus. He's very relaxed. Nimba County, 41 minutes we've played. Nimba 0. Grand Crew County 0. Coco Wule Nimne. And let's see what happens. It's still Thomas Apia, tricky one, similar position that Grand Crew had their goal. In a strike!
Good call. We have to see again. Brilliant delivery. I told you these crosses will continue to come, and it has done what it needed to do for Grand Crew County. Their ability to deliver these crosses in the area. Absolutely. The Nimba goalkeeper, Junior, came off his line, pound the ball away, but all of his defensive players stood still and the striking in. All that player needed to do was probably hand it across. And it's red card.
Wow, perhaps it's a second yellow, I think so. It was actually.
And it's a big blow. Emmanuel Topo, the man who has played well in central defense. Oh, Nimba now have a tax because Topo is as George to hit the hand with the ball with his hand.
I think that was a second yellow, second bookable offense. And I did not see the players of Nimba protesting that penalty because that was actually a clear one. But Moses, I saw something. 3 players of Grand Crew wanted to take the ball, and initially and finally the captain is onto it.
That's what we call leadership. You have to step up to the plate and deliver what your team needs at the crucial stage. So it will be Rufus Kennedy who will stand on top just before the halftime break.
There we see Thomas Appiah with that first great delivery that coerced Nimba County to conceive this penalty inside the closing stages of the first half. We saw Blaman Bala to this similar position, missing penalty for Lofa. So the citizens from Grand Crew should not be happy yet. But he's not deterred. You see him relax. Very relaxed. Rufus Kennedy. And can he get the first goal for Grand Crew County? Rufus Kennedy. He scores!
Calmly struck the ball under the arms of Junior Yene. And Grand Crew County are in the lead by 1-0. Courtesy of Rufus Kennedy, the captain of Grand Crew County. We've spoken about him. He's led his team from the quarterfinals, from the group stage to the quarterfinals to the semis. Now they are in the finals, about to take the Giant Sass Trophy.
The citizens of Grand Crew County from St. Houston, Liberia are now doing the celebration inside the stands. Nimba County 0, Grand Crew County 1. Goal from the penalty spot. And so Grand Crew County leads Malago to 0. Let's see the penalty kick. Easily faking by Rufus Kennedy. He was very relaxed. He knew exactly what he needed to do.
I think he plays the ball exactly. He plays the ball exactly where goalkeeper Yene was positioned. Just place it under his right arm.
Was it a good penalty kick?
I don't think it was too good because you can tempt good penalty keepers at that, especially keepers who are eager to get that one off their net. So
It's all about what matters to you. shame on them. I want everybody to sing with me. The one that said that Gregory will never win, shame on them. The one that said Gregory will never rise, shame on them. The one that always say we testing to fall, shame on them. Big shame on them. Mr. No!
Welcome to 11 KMTV.
Thank you, it's good to be here.
And generally, what's your own take about the counter meet?
I feel it's great, it's bringing the country together. I think it's wonderful to see so many great people coming together, no matter where you're from. I think it has set the bar for unity in Liberia.
One Nimba is down, 1 goal to 0. Are you disappointed?
No, I'm not disappointed. You know, everything is planned. I can assure you, Nimba Kante will win this game.
You are down by 1 goal and you also down by 1 man.
Yes, and that will be the miracle. That will be a miracle. So we're going to win this game. I can assure you, 3-2. This game is 3-2 game.
Why are you so optimistic?
Because I know Nimba. I know Nimba, and I'm so excited that we're going to even carry this cup. And next week, we're going to be in Nimba celebrating with all the major artists like Bucket Raw and CIC. They're all coming on Saturday in Ganta. So we'll be celebrating. Thank you.
Thank you so much and wish you well.
Thank you.
And we continue here. Creative Mass Television. Let's see.
Orange.
About the counter meet.
Yeah, like I said, okay, speaking, I'm from the Shendao family, but let's say that we got a country of origin. We're from the Grand Group background, and we told them how the country may look like. You know, taking it from that far coming here to Monrovia, it's a long road. So coming here, we're now going to go back like that. We're going to go back with something to our people that we say, yes indeed, this time around, we went to Maserado County, and this is what we brought back to you guys. Yeah.
Thank you so much and wish you well, sir.
Thank you very much.
You're still watching our second segment of this all-important coverage we have with us, Honorable Johnson Gueglo, District now Representative, Nimba County. So welcome me live on KMTV once more.
Well, thank you. It's a pleasure to be with you, and things are progressing well. So I know that both teams are balanced tonight. Unfortunately, there was an infringement, in the penalty box of Nimba, and so they are trailing by 1 goal. But generally, the both teams are balanced, and that's good. They are playing very well.
Do you have a hope that Nimba can come back? 10 men, Nimba can come back.
Yeah, I have every confidence that Nimba will come back, to redeem that goal and even score 1 additional goal to make it 2-1. Again, at the beginning of this whole league, Nimba staggered a little bit, but at this point it has really improved a lot, and I'm impressed with their performance. And both teams, again, for them to get this at this point, it shows that they really have been doing well, and it shows tonight. But at the end of the day, Nimba will be victorious.
Thank you very much. Wish you well.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to talk to you.
District now representative of Nimba County, Honorable Johnson Gueglo. We are still continuing our coverage here. We have with us the energetic, ever-potent, dynamic Lord Mayor of the #1 city, the original, the premier city of Liberia, Monrovia, Honorable Jefferson Tamakoji, dressed in his low-fast attire, smartly dressed. So welcome me live on KMT.
Well, thank you so much.
It's good to have you, Lofa County. Firstly, what's your take generally about the county meet?
Well, we want to commend the organizer. We think this year county meet has shown something quite different, where we see the great sense of unity and the theme about sustaining the peace. I think it was something well carved. So we, as stakeholders, what we can say to you is that we need to see how we can emulate this kind of a huge momentum. We can be able to localize it into the various communities and the country, or what you call the national league, where we can be able to support our local teams as we do for our country team.
The girls won the 3rd place. Did it come to you as a surprise, that particular result?
Well, we are deeply gratified, because as a matter of fact, that's the first time ever since the formation of the county meet Lofa have never had an opportunity for the girls to reach this level. So I want to say congratulations to our girls. This is the beginning. We're going to go back spirited. For us, it's not just about carrying the cup. We saw the county meet with several perspectives. One, unity, reconciliation, and what you call showcasing the uniqueness of a Lothian, our culture and our expertise. And I think we managed to showcase the talents, the young talents of our kids. So we say to you, there's so much. Take for example, you have a Jefferson Koji, a Steve Zarko, a Clara Masakwa, were able to converge on a particular table. They could not see from a party perspective, or they could see from a county perspective, and that county is Lofa County. For us, it is a success. For us, it's also an achievement. But we're going to go back and some of our commitment we made as it relates to constructing the stadium. We're going to call on all of you. Like we want to use the correction. We said we want to build that stadium in honor of Ambassador George Manawia.
Why not your own father or uncle Joseph Newman Boyka?
No, the president is the chief patron of sport. You think it's very much respectful. Like we said to you, we are talking to the president, honor his leadership. Before he exit, honor the way he's very passionate about road. We want to see Vonyama. Vonyama must be able to see Kota, honor the George Weah leadership, and the president is very enthusiastic of doing that. Our word of appreciation to him for that is to see how we can construct, say have a tremendous history in sport. What we can do for him as a country is illustrating to pay $1 where we can construct our own stadium, and that stadium will be named after him.
Finally, what you have to say to Lothians? The boss team did not make it through.
Well, we want to say thank you for the support. You have brought a new sense of dynamism into the country meet where other people are beginning to emulate. Take for example, we were the country who introduced our national star. Our star, the Lester Kobasi, Stoner, CRC, Basi Macapolo, all the rest of the guys, what we call musical. We brought them. After that, we saw other countries begin to emulate some of our work. So we think it is okay, and we highly appreciate that also.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Let's speak of one of the proud sons of Lofa County, a perfect talent in Liberia. Kobasi, welcome you live on KMT.
It's a great honor being here. Hello.
First, tell us I won't take about the county meet. This can be first.
This is my first time actually, being part of this, and I appreciate the fact the level we have reached. I'm so proud of my county that we are here, and I'm happy. We saw ourselves coming together now. We put all our political differences aside and we came together as a county. That's the most important thing, Lofa. And we did extremely well. And you guys can see that we brought the momentum, the spirit on social media, everything. So there have to be one winner. And unfortunately, we did not make it. But next year is going to be different.
Thank you so much, sir.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you. Let's speak with Honorable Kagon from Nimba County. He was here. He predicted that Nimba will go to the grand finals. Nimba is into the grand finals. Honorable Kagon, welcome you live on KMTV once more.
Yeah, thank you all so much, but I'm getting frustrated because of the penalty.
Why?
You see, the penalty for me is not fair. Yeah, really was not fair.
Your players did not protest the penalty.
I saw people making grumble for the penalty. And besides that, after the penalty, yes, we might agree because we have the spirit of winning. But the red card again, so you can't double the punishment 2 times.
The rule of the game, there was an intentional yellow card, handball, so he should have gotten a yellow.
Everybody saw what happened on the field there. Even though we have the big hand behind the team, which is the executive. If we get a penalty to the executive, so that we can get a respect.
The executive is not playing.
The executive is not playing, but you see, it's very transparent that everyone seen it. We can get a respect to the executive, but for you to get red card, it really looks disappointing.
Are you sensing defeat?
No, Nimba is capable of beating this game, but we have disappointment in the red card also.
Any message to Nimbans and the players as we go into the second half?
The only thing I have to tell my people is that we should be so courageous that the few players that remain on the field can defeat those guys from Southeastern.
Thank you so much, sir. Wish you well.
Thank you. God bless you.
Honorable Kombu Kagon Ver, a perfect entertainment here. They are giving their own take about national county sportsmen. We're taking this break to be right back.
Together for Japan. Put your hands together for Judy and the Crusader Band. Leave the track now. Y'all leave the track. Y'all leave the track. Y'all leave this track, yo. Leave the track. Boy, Copper. Please stop drinking water. Please stop what you're doing. It's not right. It's not right. Stop drinking water on the pitch. The teams are coming. Nimba County, yeah! Kranku, yeah! All right. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
All right. Please, ladies and gentlemen, leave the perimeter. Please leave the perimeter.
Sports complex here in Kenzo.
Moses, I saw something just down on the back of one of the citizens of Grand Crew number 9, Te Ja. And that's a raw crew named Te. In English means pankana. Ja means bring, so bring the pankana.
That's the theme of the county meet. That's what we have because we got 16 recognized ethnic groupings in Liberia. So Liberia as a country has a population that is diverse across the scope of West Africa and beyond, because settlers came from the US, came here, settled in Bassa Cove, Mississippi, Maryland in Africa, as well as Montserrado. They assimilated with the indigenous people in the north and the central, as well as the coastal side of the country, the born children. And today we have a country called Liberia that declared its independence in 1847, July 26 to be specific. So a country with a great deal of history and a country with an amazing culture is what Liberia is. And Sports has just added that theme to what we already behold as a country. George Weah was the first player of African descent and a dark skin to won the best player in the world in 1996 and won the best European footballer of the year also in 1996. He's believed to have won 3 African best titles, though disputed that CAF recognizes 2, but we know that he won 3 titles. So basically, it's 1-0 here in favor of Grand Crew County. Just on the brink of the halftime whistle, Rufus Kennedy slaughtered home a penalty to the disbelief of the Nimba County supporters, where they were also given a matching order that he was sent off because of a second booking. That's Emmanuel Topo. That's Emmanuel Topo who was sent off. We still waiting. But looking at the first period, Julius, it started on a very bright note, but gradually the tempo continued to drop little by little until the halftime whistle.
If that's the game at a certain point in time, I think the two teams notice respectively what's happening in terms of offensive and defensive, so they decided to slow the pace and not to concede a goal from other side until in the closing stages. But let's see what happens into the second and final half. You can be down by one man, you can still win a game. I can remember Maryland won Sano from the penalty spot after regular 90 and extra 30 ended goalless.
All right, we're still here at the SKD Sports Complex. We're still waiting for the referee, Hassan Kone. Hassan signals. He's been having the badge for like 3 years now as a central referee. He's had lots of international call-up. Nimba, long chip overhead, and it's still into play. Number 9, Toba getting away. Toba delivered one. Oh! That was a chance for Nimba County, but the danger isn't over yet. Boris just play overhead in the defense. Vezeli finds his number 14 player who changes the angle. This player goes all the way back to his goalkeeper, Christopher Siba. Goalkeeper Junior gets it away. This could be choice for Nimba County. Gets away from his marker. But brilliant defensive work there. No foul. Astoga. A long cross is there. Across field is headed down. Mark Mensah tries to keep it in play. Muta Fofana now has some work to do, playing with 10 men down and a goal down also. Headed away. Gewir. Man from Muska is the captain for Nimba County. They play so well. They've controlled the pace of the game. Their passes have been so much accurate. Their energy level, I can't just believe that we watching a county mid football here, because Nimba, they've started from the back four into midfield, play the ball from the flank, deliver brilliant crosses, but they haven't been lucky to get a goal.
Sure, but they can still do better.
They can do better, but this is Koko Wula Nimla at the moment. Nimla plays in the middle of the park for his teammate. Nimla once more, very pacey. It's intercepted by Harris, but it's back now on the far side. The chase is up. But that player of Nimba County, the referee says it's foul. The assistant referee on the far side of the field, it's a handball. That was Nathaniel Topa chasing for Nimba. It's 1-0 for Grand Crew County. The long ball is there now. The chase comes out from Atom Mac. Mac tries to keep it in play, but it's cleared of the danger zone. Nice turn for Grand Crew, intercepted. Mac Mensah, very patient indeed, taking on his marker, Mac Mensah, dancing easily. That should be the call. Vesely goes down easily. The referee said play continues, but it's Safa for Grand Crew, plays on the far side for his number 10, the running man Thomas Apia. Apia couldn't get it on time. Apia has played so well in this competition. Clearance there. On to number 25, Derek Weir. He was not in the starting lineup the last time around for Nimba, but he's there. Just a chase. The assistant referee with. Good call, good decision.
This is a part of the game that is already interesting. And where even if you are in the offside position, you have to get a contact on the ball before the referee can blow. And to some of those who are watching, especially in the stands and via KMTV, they normally speak their own opinion. And that may not be in the favor of what they see, but that's the rule of the game, and it's been implemented to the core by Hassan Kone.
Well, we're getting some very unconfirmed, we can confirm for now that NBA legend Kobe Bryant is reported dead and it's reported that he died from a helicopter crash. So, if you know the name Kobe Bryant, he's been an outstanding basketball star.
Back in the days, as far as I know, basketball, three stars, names still remain at the back of my mind. The likes of Shaq O'Neal, Michael Jordan, and Kobe Bryant. Not until when I got into the professional business of sports reporting, but that's one of the unique international names, Kobe Bryant. So sad on news. But that's it, that's life. Give and take.
That's give and take. We are yet to confirm. That's a disclaimer. We have to confirm that it has actually happened from reputable sources that Kobe Bryant is dead. But at the moment, we're here talking about national county sports meet. We're getting feedback from some of our viewers that is confirmed that he is confirmed by reputable media institutions like the CNN. Many thanks to you there. Seth Johnson. Sir Johnson has just confirmed to us also that CNN has broadcasted. Hell of is down for Junior Yende. Yende right-footed deep. And he sent it across just behind. Oh, you can't allow that to go. And the shot goes there. The goalkeeper pounced it. Nice attempt. I think if he comes closer once more, Nathaniel Tukpa ambitiously trying his legs approximately 30 yards away from goal.
Looking at his level into the game with that particular shot, I think he did extremely well. And looking at even goalkeeper Humphrey, not to hold on to that one, I think it was excellent. Coming closer, it could be something different.
Oh yeah, Nimba are down by the man for a deliberate handball that resulted to the penalty. This is Grand Cru clear again once more by Rufus Kennedy, the captain. The referee said it's a pooch. So there's a free kick to Grand Cru counter midway across the halfway line. Apia Thomas. Right footed deep. It's brought down. This is Vesely now. He's played well. Vesely also from Muska FC. This is Apia. Apia was sandwiched. The referee says a fair challenge. I like the physicality he's adding to this game. Mark Mensah. Mensah onto Dewier, who shoots. I think you got approximately 4 of your attacking player. You don't easily waste those kind of chances. On the sideline now, I actually see some men warming up for Nimba County. The number 19, P. Ware is warming up. P. Ware has been in 3 different competitions. Absolutely for Nimba County. I don't know, but progression requires for some brilliant players.
So, and P. Ware into their quarterfinals game, he was one of the outstanding players for Nimba. Let's see whether he could be the super sub.
What an opportunity for Nimba County. Oh my goodness, they will have had it all level up here. Brilliant pass there from Mark, but they have some defensive work to do here at the moment. On the far side now, this is Safa squeezing it across. Apia in the middle of the park, placed on the far side for his teammate. But Nimba over better here, Mark Mensah. Mensah couldn't control, but Mensah tries to keep it in play. Substitution for Nimba.
I didn't expect actually what Nathaniel Ntogba did over the earlier on, but that's the game, the time you really expect the player to show his very class and importance. He just cannot do it. There you see that furious official of Nimba County on the bench. He's not too happy, but another yellow card shown to a player of Grand Cru County, so it's balanced 2 at piece in terms of caution.
Number 9 is off. Nathaniel Togba, who have made his name just before substitution. You have had his name on the score sheet But unfortunately, that was his last contribution in this match. This is Safa for Grand Crew, but he was hardly tousled and bustled there by Christopher Siba. So on the far side, Grand Crew County, having gone in front in this competition and lost, they fight from behind and win in this competition. So now waiting to see what can they do in this match. Can they surrender the lead to Nimba, or it's going to be a 1-0 victory?
And officially and historically speaking, Grand Crew have been to 5 finals. This will be their 5th, and they've never lost. So perhaps they could get the 5th one going through. There you see that. I just can't imagine exactly what Nathaniel was thinking about. So Grand Crew 5th final, perhaps they are heading for the 5th title or something different.
Nice clearance. It's now time for goalkeeper Junior for Nimba. And I think Junior has been on holidays, apart from because he's had a brilliant defensive work as compared to his opposition Humphrey Grobby, who's been tested on a couple of occasions. The Nimbayans have been knocking on the door over and over, but they've wasted some glorious chances. That was a half tackle on the far side there from Atomac. The stadium seems a little quiet on that side. I guess a lot of Nimbayans there because I see more red colors, red, white, and blue. But overall, it's been an outstanding showpiece here in the second period, and Nimba are still trailing by the goal to nil. But I haven't seen them panicking at all despite a man down in this encounter.
Sure, they've been dominating attacks. It's just that they're yet to get a goal. So they're playing as if they aren't down by the men. I think the pet talks during the recess actually trying to motivate them to do something extraordinary.
Coach Munta Fofana is one of a brilliant tactician. Apart from winning the laurels, happens to be some of his greatest nightmare. No, the referee says it's penalty. The referee says it's penalty, to the disbelief of everyone here. Bobo, Derek Weir went crashing into Emmanuel Page, but I think that was a half chance. Central referee Hassan Kone pointed to the spot, and then the Nimbayans are saying, let's walk off the pitch. We are walking off the pitch, and this is not good at all. This is not good at all. This is not good for the National County Sports Meet. We have over 40,000 people in the stands, and if this starts to happen, it will not be a good sign for the SKD Sports Complex.
I think it's very frustrating now. There will be mixed views. It's already mixed views, misinterpretations. It's not a good one. It's not actually a good one. I don't know. You just cannot blame who. I don't know who to blame. It's uncontrollable now. Throwing missiles from all over. Moses, Hassan Kone. I just don't know. But this is not actually good. It's frustrating.
It's probably not good for his reputation. It's not good for his FIFA badge. It might be too bad for him, because these games are monitored. These games do have some ramifications, especially when it comes to the decisions you render. When that a judge to be compromised, it means that you, as a FIFA badge referee, you got some serious trouble.
And the best thing in any game so far for a referee is to climax that game perfectly. And so any attempt whatsoever that the game will not end, like you stated, it will not be the good one. The Nimbayans are actually disappointed. There you see the coach, Muta Fofana. Nimbayans in general, they aren't happy Remember, this game is brought to you honoring the team sustaining the peace through sports. So Nimba County leaving the pitch, and this is a very bad sign. Tomorrow happens to be the annual address of the president. This is not good for Liberia, and the mixed views, mixed interpretation.
We've already been hearing speculations of compromise from the playing side of Nimba County, as well as referees manipulation somehow, that the president has had some say in it. But I can't confirm, but that was actually a half chance. That was a half chance, absolutely. You know, Julius, this is not good for competition. There's so much attention, so much momentum have built up over the years, and yet still it can't conclude at this level.
And I can even see from the players of Grand Crew looking at what happened in the not too happy. They already had a man down, and they weren't too happy with that decision from the referee. We spoke with Representative Gompo Kago. He said he will come back high. And they try as much as possible to get something. But with this now, it's troublesome. And the guys are jumping over the pitch, jumping onto the perimeters in the stadium respectively. And if all should go like this, they might overpower them because they are in number and the security guys are outnumbered. It's very, very disappointing so far. The player even that was brought down, I did not see much of him protesting that a penalty actually occurred. But that's the game. That was his decision.
And this is something that is not worth it. And our colleague Roland Banakwa has just been on the sideline looking at happenings. Looking at he has also played the game for quite a long time. Roland, looking at the penalty call that brought the commotion and the protest from the Nimba side, what can you say?
Yeah, in the game of soccer, actually in the penalty box, the first decision of the referee is to get in contact with the ball before getting in contact with your opponent. So I think that decision of the referee was quite based on the rules of the game. That player of Nimba County, the defender of Nimba County, actually hit the player of Grand Crew County off the ball firstly before getting in touch with the ball. So that was based on the rules of soccer for which the referee called for a penalty ball. I think the decision by officials of Nimba County is actually unprofessional. It's actually against the rules of sports. You don't do that. You don't ask your players, you don't ask your official to walk off the field because you should look at it.
This probably may not have been the first. There have been teams that walk off the pitch because of racist chants against some of their players, even at the international level.
Yeah, you just said it all. Racism is actually against soccer or any other sports around the world. So racism, you will see other players being called back by their officials or officials of the game. So you will have to distinct racism from such situations. Look at the team of the tournament, sustaining the peace. So we need to sustain the peace. We having people from diverse counties here today, people from different origin, different speaking group or different groups. So you should understand all of these things. You have to take the mechanism in place. So I think the officials of Nimba County are not doing well actually.
Of course, yes, people get disenchanted, but now it has turned out to be a different case. People have now engulfed the parameters. They are jumping over the inner fence here at the SKD, trying to probably have themselves saved because the security here isn't too enormous that we can say. But overall, it's not a good sign here. Talking about the repetition of the national counter sportsman. Pewa Giant, an executive committee member of the LFA, has been watching one of your referee, probably the decision from him may have been the reason why. And a coach in the national championship in the second division, your best coach for last term around, Muta Fofana, is the one in charge of Nimba County. Quite unfortunate, for, especially the football.
This is unfortunate, I may say. This tournament is for unifying every Liberians from all cross sections of life. And seeing the country meet, I can say almost like any in such a chaotic and discouraging and unfortunate situation is very, very bad for our country. You talk about the referee, we believe in the referee, we trust their integrity, we trust their credibility, and we expect that whatever thing they do on the field is for the best of the game. I don't want to question his decision. I was here for the first penalty, but when I was walking in, I got to know that Nimba, I call it Grand Crew, was another penalty. That's football, I didn't see it. And also, in such a thing, we expect the leadership of the counties, especially Nimba County, to keep their boss on the field. Because, you know, one may say, oh, Lofians are peace-loving people. We were chastised, and you know, we take care of our boss under control. At this time, you keep your team under control. To walk away from a national event, for me, we can say you are frustrated, but to walk away from a national event where you have the president, heads of government, and other foreign dignitaries here present witnessing our founder, this doesn't mean well for us. And you can see the level of speculation, all other things to take against. It's not okay.
We might say this is a national event, but the international community and sports is also watching, looking at our comportment. This is a sports venue recognized, sanctioned by the football, the Federation of International Football Association, as well as the Confederation of African Football, CAF.
Yeah, obviously, you know, these are one of the things we've been pushing for, the security issue. I came here several times, I've been complaining about the perimeter evasion. You see a lot of people on the perimeter, which is where they're having no reason of being on the perimeter. This is chaotic. If FIFA or CAF is watching, this is something that they may also take note of. And we keep saying to Liberians, I think it will come a time we will have to pass laws. Julius, you know, we have to pass laws that when people get on the perimeter, on the field, you'll be charged or be taken to court or taken to jail. So this is discouraging. See what's happening now. The scene is very, very bad. People throwing water can all on the perimeter, even throwing around the VIP stand. It is not okay for us.
The stadium may be under threat now. Vandalization may take place. Obviously. We are just looking at the playing pitch, but we have different facilities under the stadium. The Ministry of Youth and Sports is positioned here. Yes. We have different youth offices also positioned here.
Sure. So yeah, it's bad. I wish we can call in the police to handle this situation, because they are the one coordinating the security here with along with the Ministry of Youth and Sport. They need to correct this. They need to correct this. This is chaotic. This is bad for our country. Our tournament, our national event that bring everyone of us together, ending this way is not good. Football is a game of unifier. It's a game of unifying people. So for me, yes, the referee is human, but making the team to walk out of the stadium for me is not a good thing. You may be frustrated, but it's not good. And for me, it's not good.
It might have raised some eyebrows. It may have raised or instigated the tension more and more. This is what we see here. Already the players of Low-Fight and Grand Crew, as well as Magibi from both the kickball side, have now converged in the middle of the pitch, where the probably feels a bit safer, Julius.
So it's generating mixed views now. People are saying the penalty by the referee, it was very hasty to call. People are